Welcome back to the Daniel Fast. Today I'm making quinoa bread, and this is from a YouTuber. I believe her name is Savannah, and I love the simplicity of this recipe. Two main ingredients to make a nice flatbread, which is completely Daniel Fast friendly. The link to her video will be in the description box below. So we start with quinoa, and to that we add water. I haven't used this with any other type of quinoa. I know there's red and black. I've only used it with white quinoa, so that's the only one that I can recommend. And then just add some water. I believe that this is just an equal parts recipe, so if you want to double it or cut it in half, it should work just fine. After you've added your water and your quinoa, then add your seasonings, whatever seasoning you want. I'm adding in salt-free seasoning, and I'm also adding nutritional yeast to give it a nice savory flavor. I would also recommend adding salt. That is something that I forgot to do here. Definitely add salt. And if you're using NutriBullet, you can also use your blender, but if you're using a smaller mixer like what I have, shake it all up, because I find a lot of times the ingredients will sit at the bottom of the cup and not combine with the rest along the mixing blade. So just make sure you mix everything up so it's well combined. And at this point, the texture was a little rough. I'm going to show it to you here. It looks like a hummus type texture, and I want something a little bit smoother, so I did add a little bit more water, not too much, like a couple of tablespoons, and I mixed it all up again to make sure that the texture was right, because you don't want like little grainy bits in the bread. So once you get more of a smoother texture, it should be kind of nice and pourable. You spread it out onto a parchment-lined cookie sheet. You do need parchment paper for this recipe. I would not recommend baking it directly on the cookie sheet. My concern is that it will bake to the cookie sheet and it'll be very hard for you to remove. The parchment paper makes for easy removal. You spread it out along the cookie sheet. Now you want it to be maybe, I don't know, about a 1/4 inch deep. And don't forget to put seasoning on the top. I almost forgot to do that. So you put your seasoning on top. I did salt-free seasoning and salt, and then you bake it, I believe, at 450 for 15 minutes on one side and 8 minutes on the other. And this is what it looked like. Nice and crispy on the outside, and very soft in the middle. A nice soft middle without it being mushy. Hope you'll give it a try, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!